are your own brand. Own it with confidence, because your brand, it's something I know a lot of people overlook. You are your own brand. Yes, even if you're not making money from it, even if you don't have a business, even if you think branding is only for influencers or entrepreneurs, the way you show up in this world, that's your brand. People are watching you, how you talk, how you carry yourself, what you stand for, what you post online, and even what you don't post. Whether you realize it or not, you are representing something. So the real question is, are you being intentional about the brand you're building, or are you letting the world define it for you? So let's break it down, because too many people are moving through life like their name doesn't carry weight, like they don't have influence, like they don't matter, but you do. And once you start seeing yourself as a brand, you'll start moving differently. Your brand is simply how people see you. So when I say brand, I'm not just talking about business logos or social media aesthetics. Your brand is you. It's how people experience you. It's the energy you bring into a room. It's how you carry yourself. It's how you treat people. It's how you communicate. Think about it. When you hear certain names, you immediately associate them with something. For instance, Beyonce. You may associate excellence. Steve Jobs, innovation. Oprah, wisdom and empowerment. And guess what? The same thing happens with your name. When people hear it, they have a perception of you based on how you've been showing up. The question is that perception aligned with who you really are? Because you're already your own brand, so you might as well own it. I used to think that branding was only for people selling products. But then I realized I am the product. You are the product. My values, my voice, my energy, that's what makes me me. And whether I was being intentional about it or not, people were already forming opinions about my brand. So think about it, your social media, right? If a stranger scrolled through your page, what story would it tell? Are you someone who inspires? Are you always posting negativity? Do you show up like you believe in yourself? Or do you hide in the background, not wanting to be seen? You don't have to be famous to be a brand. Not at all. You just have to show up as you. And when you start moving with intention, when you decide what your brand represents, people will start recognizing it. So I need you to hear me. Opportunities comes to people who show up with confidence. I've seen people get jobs. I've seen people get partnerships and life-changing connections just because of how they carry themselves, online and in real life. So think about it. I've also seen people block their blessings because they weren't mindful of how they represented themselves. I'm not saying you have to be perfect, but what I am saying, you need to be intentional. The way you represent yourself today might be the reason someone says, I want to work with her, or I want to connect with him. Because Proverbs 22:1, I got to give you a scripture. A good name is more desirable than great riches. To be esteemed is better than silver or gold. So your name carries weight. Protect it, honor it, build it with intention, and stop thinking you need to be somebody before you show up. Because some of you are waiting until that moment to make it before you take your own self seriously. You're waiting until you're monetized, verified, or have 1 million followers before you start thinking of yourself as a brand. No. You start thinking of yourself as a brand right now. You start showing up today like the successful, powerful, confident person you are. You start speaking life over yourself now. You start being intentional with how you move. We gotta be intentional with how we move. Because the only difference between the person you admire and where you are right now, they decided to start treating themselves like they mattered before the world did. Are you doing that? Because that's what I need for you to do. I need for you to see yourself as valuable, as worthy, as someone with something to offer. Because the moment you start seeing yourself that way, the world will too. So stop listening and be like, I'm not a brand because I'm not monetized. How you actually start treating yourself like a brand, here are a few things to keep in mind. Be intentional with your words and actions. Everything you do represents who you are. Speak with purpose, act with integrity, and carry yourself with confidence. You got to. Clean up your digital footprint. Your social media is your personal billboard today. Make sure it reflects who you really are. If it's filled with negativity, drama, randomness, it's time to be more mindful. It is. Know what you stand for. Every strong brand has a message. And what is yours? What do you want people to associate you with? Is it positivity? Is it strength? Is it growth? Whatever it is, make sure your actions reflect it. Invest in yourself. Successful brands are constantly improving. Read, learn, grow. Work on yourself like you're the most valuable investment you have. Because you know what? You are. Confidence is key. No brand thrives without confidence. If you don't believe in yourself, why should anyone else believe in you? Start carrying yourself like the powerhouse you are, because you are a powerhouse. Show up for yourself right now, today. Because whether you realize it or not, you are leaving an impression everywhere you go. Online, in person, at work if you work a 9 to 5, in conversations. People are watching you. The question is, are they seeing the version of you that you want to be known for? So if you've been playing it small, stop. Stop today. If you've been waiting for permission, I'm here to tell you, you don't need it. If you've been second guessing your worth, it's time to own it. Because you are your own brand. And it's time to start walking in that truth with confidence. So let me know in the comments, what do you want your brand to represent? How do you want to be seen? Let's start this conversation in comments. And I hope this message spoke to you. And if it did, like, share, and subscribe it. Share it with someone you know who needs to hear it. Because I'm my own brand. I never thought about it that way, and I started doing research, and I tell my kids, you are your own brand. How do you want people to see you? You can say, I don't care what people think about me, but how do you want people to see you? Do you want them to see you as negativity? Do you want them to see you as drama? No. So show up how you want to be seen. How you want people to view you when they say your name. When they say Erica, I want them to put in positivity, excellence, inspiring, motivating, uplifting. She's leaving a legacy behind. I want that all to be associated with my brand. Everything positive in the confidently aligned community. How do you want them to associate? What do you want them to associate your name with? Let me know in the comments. So until next time, I am Erica. I am here to help you show up and shine without apology. So subscribe so you would not miss another message in the Confidently Aligned community. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.